Welcome to the Metropolis Pictures Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel of Metropolis Pictures, and introducing Flakemaster9
What's up, guys?
and ShadeX.
Hey, guys.
All right, we have had ourselves a good intro.
Finally.
That's fantastic. That makes me
Finally.
fantastic. The only thing I'm disappointed of is that the only thing I'm disappointed about is the fact that my profile picture isn't on display, but whatever. It's going on the channel anyway. Gentlemen, how has your week been?
Good.
Been great.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I love hearing about people's weeks because
I'm working on a new video.
What's the video?
It's a review of the new Gorillaz album, the Now Now. It hasn't come out yet, but I edited the beginning. I did a little intro.
Oh, that's good. I'm
Yep.
mostly working on a classic review of No Country for Old Men. Because
Really?
Yep, I really
Cool.
like that movie, and I want to discuss it. It's sort of a video essay, but I'm sort of afraid to call it a video essay because I feel like the term video essay has been sort of what's the word?
Loosely thrown around by the
Yeah.
hipsters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
and YouTube has become desaturated with the video essay.
I think I want to do something like that about The Incredibles.
Mhm. And my only problem with most video essays, it's like, well, this isn't necessarily an essay. This is more so just some guy with a microphone talking into it, and just like talking about some giving his opinions on the film, and you're not really citing any of the information that you're talking about, and you're just guessing. It's more of an analysis, or I don't know.
It's a personal analysis. I mean, hey, I've seen your other stuff. It's not bad at all.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working on my own stuff too. I mean, as you know, I got American Tyranny coming out next Monday, and I just finished working on a really short project, which I guess I could reveal it here now if you want. It'll be out in a little while, like a few weeks.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so the project, and this is the first place I'm announcing it. I haven't even announced it on Twitter, but I guess I should after this podcast is over. It is a Clone Wars era Star Wars short film. It's really, really short. It's like under 5 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called Citadel 6.
Citadel.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's basically... It's kind of like a test of my visual effects work. It's nothing really major, not much of a story. But I think it'll do really good with the people who want to just go watch a short little Lego Star Wars video. But overall, all of this is kind of building up my my experience with working in After Effects and my experience with making brick films and animating as a whole. So I think it looks great.
And you were telling me earlier that you were writing the score for it. Do you want to discuss how you went into doing that?
Yeah, sure. I try to do as much of the incidental music for anything I do as I can, just because I play the piano. I can orchestrate music like that on GarageBand with all these different instruments. And I can also play a lot of stuff from Star Wars. So it's really cool to kind of have my own take on it, because not all of the music that I've done, I use 2 pieces of music for Citadel 6. And one of them is orchestral, sort of. It's like piano, just regular. And then the other has a lot of synth, but it also involves a lot of regular instruments like French horns and stuff. So it's kind of like my own take on it. I'm not trying to go for John Williams as much as I'm trying to go for my own, like trying to evoke a certain emotion or a certain feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I did the same. I did a very soft, dramatic type of music for American Tyranny, which you can hear in the trailers that I've done.
Mm-hmm.
All that music is mine, and that predominant theme in both of those trailers is kind of toned down a little bit in the final movie, but a lot of it is, it's indicative of the characters. It's indicative of what the story means, but it's a bit more idealistic in nature when you're talking about Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Well, for those of you who don't know, Flakes here is actually, or Flake, I don't know.
No, you could say Flakes. I mean, that's like casual.
I know.
Flakemaster9, Flakes, doesn't matter. You call me either.
Flakes here is probably the most musically inclined out of all of us. I've known him for a while, and I think he's the only one here who actually knows how to play an instrument.
I
tried-
appreciate that.
Yeah, I've tried to look into making synth music of my own. I'm synth music because I'm inspired by filmmakers like John Carpenter and who basically scored most of his movies on it by himself. I mean, he had help from like Alex Hayworth or Howworth, however you pronounce it. But I've tried to look into trying to learn the piano and other instruments, but I swear to God, every time I try to play the piano, it feels like only one hand can do one thing at a time, and my other hand gets stuck, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, that's certainly a problem for people who are beginning. But I mean, even though I taught myself, I mean, I play piano by ear and I play all of this music by ear. I can listen and then, transpose it. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see if I can do this. And usually it comes out like I can learn something in about 10, 15 minutes. But it kind of depends on the complexity of the music. But really, it's all about, you need to get a feel for the independence of both of your hands. Because when you're playing piano, especially, playing a bass line along with a melody is really important. Especially when you're playing like in person and not orchestrating, and you're playing in front of people or whatnot. You get a lot more professional. You seem a lot more professional if you're doing two different things with both your hands, and it's really not that hard. Sometimes it's just a matter of moving up a certain number of keys with your left hand, but mostly like, you play the melody with your right hand and whatnot. So it just kind of takes some getting used to.
See, all these terms you're saying, melody and stuff like that, it's like, I know nothing. I know nothing about about music. I press on one key and then go to a different track and then press on another set of keys. And it's like, this sounds good.
Well, I mean, I'm sort of in your boat because I can't understand piano sheet music at all. I can only read treble clef, and I can,
I
like
don't know what that is.
Okay, so you're usually, when you're playing the piano, you're playing treble clef with your right hand, and you're playing the bass clef with your left hand, right? And so certain instruments play different clefs. So if you're playing like I used to play the trumpet. If you're playing a trumpet, and I can read sheet music, if you put a piece of music with a treble clef in front of me, and I got a trumpet in my hands, I can play it. Because I know the fingering on the trumpet, on the valves.
I'm sorry.
You're really immature. You're really immature.
Alien Covenant ruined that term for me.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You blow into the hole, and I'll do the fingering.
And Charlie's our friend.
Yeah.
Charlie was really angry at me for laughing at that because he found it immature. But it's like, no, it's just the context in which it was said was funny.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. But the point is that the point is that a trumpet, when you're playing trumpet, you're playing treble clef. But if you're playing an instrument like a tuba, or like a marching horn or something like that, you're going to be playing bass clef.
I see.
Clarinets, play treble clef. I think flutes do both. I don't know, because I was never woodwinds. So I took up alto sax for a little while, but that's treble clef.
Well, since you know how to play by ear, I'd love to hear you try to recreate the theme song from Assault on Precinct 13.
I have no idea what that is.
Assault on Precinct 13 was one of John Carpenter's first films, and it probably has my favorite theme that he's ever composed. Dun 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 dun. Out of all the themes that he's created, that Assault on Precinct 13 is my personal favorite.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, I'm always eager to play new stuff. Some of the stuff I've recently taught myself is the stuff from The Godfather. Mm-hmm. So I taught myself that. I also try to play some like regular songs. So I taught myself the song "Easy" by the Commodores.
Never heard of them.
Well, it's like Lionel Richie. "Easy like Sunday morning."
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I taught myself that, I mean, and I can play Africa by Toto, because if I didn't know how to play Africa by Toto, I wouldn't be worth living on this planet. Because we all know that Africa by Toto is the greatest song ever made in the history of music.
I remember on Twitter you said something along the lines of Black Panther and everyone in Wakanda stopping Thanos by singing Africa by Toto.
No, what I said was because everyone, it became a meme or something to talk about scenes from movies that like didn't happen. So I said, well, they were talking about like the Infinity War stuff, or like how there was a meme going around like this is the most ambitious crossover in history, and then they would put together something, like when Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner were together or whatever, and they did memes of like different crossovers. So I said that tweet that I put out was, I think it was something along the lines of that scene in Infinity War when all the citizens of Wakanda started singing Africa by Toto. That was the shit.
And then it's like Thanos is just listening to it and he's like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Yeah, you can imagine that, but I think Thanos probably would have been swayed by the power of the blessing of the rains to throw away the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Father, what are you doing? I've felt the rains bless in Africa. I can no longer destroy humanity.
Like you see people killing each other in the streets and arguing over politics. Like I bet aliens are coming to this planet like, this species is primitive. They know nothing. And then suddenly they hear that people are listening to Africa by Toto. Like, never mind. Let's have first contact right away. They're obviously highly developed more than we are.
Metropolis Radio, where your attention is our satisfaction.
I've actually read somewhere recently that we might be alone. That we actually might be genuinely alone.
Yeah, I saw that thing that there's a study that claims that we are the only intelligent species. It doesn't say that we're alone. I think it's that we're the only intelligent species in the cosmos. And that, I mean, I'm thinking, listen, dude, like on Europa, for example, right? And,
oh my God.
Right, like on Europa, which is like one of like Jupiter's moons or something. It's, you got liquid water underneath these massive sheets of ice, and you're telling me that there can't be, I mean, there's water, so you're telling me that you can't have some kind of like, at least, microscopic organism or whatever. And even Elon Musk got in on the conversation. And Elon Musk was talking about that's even more reason to expand the, the reaches of humanity past Earth to try and colonize Mars and whatnot. If we truly are the only intelligent species out there.
So what's the deal with Elon Musk? He's been getting a lot of hate lately, and I guess he can come off as arrogant.
Oh yeah, I know. He basically is all about space. He's kind of cool, space. I'm selling.
No, I know what he does. It's just that recently,
the thing is, he's anti-union or something like that.
Oh, okay, all right, that's good enough of a reason.
The dude's essentially like a real life Tony Stark, if you think about it.
He comes off that way.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got Tesla, he's got SpaceX. I mean, I bet you anything the dude has an Iron Man suit. I bet you anything he built it.
Yeah.
He's got one, right? But like, I bet he saw Iron Man 2 and he's like, oh God, if I bring it out to the public, the government's going to take it away from me.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Because it's a weapon.
Every Tesla is a weapon if you think about it.
I personally don't know much about cars to weigh into that, but all right.
Do you know what BMW stands for?
No.
Stands for Born Moderately Wealthy.
Oh, that makes sense.
My first car was a BMW, but at least it was an older one.
Yeah, I remember. Didn't you start driving when we were in our senior year?
No, I started driving just like everybody else in junior year. I started driving to school junior year in high school. But that car is long gone. I'm so happy I got rid of that car.
Didn't work too well?
It was an old car, and the problem was that there were more miles on it, because how you can it's law in our state, or at least in your state and my state, not ShadeXs state.
Mm-hmm.
But it's law in our state that you can basically do whatever the hell you want to a car as long as it's over 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And my car was a 2000, was an E39 BMW 528i. And the thing about it was that since it was older than 15 years old, somebody had messed with the odometer to make it look like it had a really good mileage for its age. And it turned out it actually had 150,000 miles on it. So the car was basically, kicking itself in the ass every single time I took it out.
What is that you drive now?
I drive a 2017 Ford Mustang now.
Oh, hey, who knows? Maybe you could get a job as an Uber driver.
In a Mustang? You can't get a job as an Uber driver in the Mustang. I think your car has to have 4 doors.
I wasn't paying attention. I
probably wouldn't drive for Uber anyway.
Well, I hear it's a scam. I hear it costs more to because most of the money gets wasted on taking care of the car itself, and the percentage that Uber takes from you leaves you almost with nothing.
Yeah, like I put enough miles on my car as it is, and I got an extended warranty when I leased the car because I'm actually leasing it. It's a new car. I figure why not, but because thinking about it logically, and this is just talking about the being fiscally conservative or whatever, you're gonna wanna you have a new car, especially a new American car. It's worth it for 3 years or however long the lease is going to be. On an individual basis, and then you trade it in and you get something else, and I don't know where my taste is going to be, but I'm very happy I drive a Mustang now. I'm glad I have the ability to do that because it's a nice car. It's brand new. But anyway, I put enough mileage on it as it is, so I don't need to drive for Uber because that's where the real cost of taking care of the car is going to be. And I'm not going to go past that extended warranty because I drive, my college for me is 2 hours away from here. So when I come back, to where I am 2 hours away on, every other weekend or so, spend time with my family, I'm already putting like 180 miles on the car. Both ways.
Well, personally, I'm gonna sign up for the drug course pretty soon, because I've realized that living in Florida without a car is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And I can barely rely on the buses in this state. And
I'll tell you. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I am interrupting you. I'm sorry, but public transportation is shit here. It's not like we live in London, but the thing, because people suck at driving in this state.
Yep, it's a nightmare.
We have the worst drivers in America.
Mm-hmm.
And then water falls from the sky, and everybody forgets how to drive.
It's like the water causes like a trance in all the drivers on the road. It's like, holy shit! Now we just have to swerve around and pretend that we just.
No, it's not swerving around. Like, it's illegal in Florida to put because I know some of the laws because obviously I'm driving. And I'm driving a nice car, too. I want to know the laws. That's why when I go to Publix, I park away from everybody who's trying to park in the front, all those old people trying to park in the front. Mm-hmm. I park in the way back. Nobody parks there. Nobody parks next to me. But it's illegal in Florida to have your hazards on in the rain because it's a distraction and you can cause an accident.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving home the other day, and I kid you not, person 2 feet ahead of me, and granted, this was really heavy rain. We had really heavy rain the other day, and person 2 feet in front of me puts on their hazards while they're braking.
Oh,
so tell me when I can't even see ahead of you, how I'm supposed to know where I'm going or what I'm doing. If you're doing something illegal with your hazards on while you're braking, you could cause an accident.
But of course they don't care.
No, of course they don't.
Because it's all it's every man for themselves in this state.
That's an understatement.
We tend to be very ignorant here in Florida.
Most of us.
But most of us, not all of us.
Yeah.
Or we tend to be stubborn. Like whenever there's a hurricane, we refuse to leave.
Oh yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? People drive through like massive puddles, like lakes in the street when there's enough rain, like it's nothing, and then you hear their car squeaking.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're like, well, if Hurricane Irma can't take shingles off my roof, then I can't brake my engine by going 60 miles an hour through a lake of water.
That makes no sense.
I mean,
Metropolis Radio, where your attention is our satisfaction.
yeah, I mean, what was it? Governor Scott said something along the lines of when Irma was here last September.
Mhm.
He said something along the lines of, like on Twitter, putting out announcements saying like, you cannot sit and wait for this storm to come. And I'm like, this was read by millions of Floridians sitting and waiting for this storm to come.
And they would sit through that storm through hell and hell and rain fire. It's like fucking.
Yeah, no one cares. They're gonna, everyone's gonna like, oh, the hurricane is a half hour away from coming. Everybody run to Publix and grab your water.
What? It's a half hour away. God damn it!
I thought Publix was across the street from you.
Oh no! I was going off what you said.
Oh! I understand. But yeah, you've seen all the headlines that say Florida man does this, Florida man does that. See, even Shade knows, and he lives far away from us, and he knows.
Hey, by the way, Shades, Florida man is an actual person.
Yeah,
he's like a folk hero around here. Every time you see him pass by, you have to give him like fruit baskets and shit.
But I bet you didn't know that every county in the state has their own Florida man.
What?
Every county in the state has their own Florida man.
Yeah. It's like a designation or like a title that's given to you.
Right.
You have to do something really crazy, like walk into your ex-wife's like gynecologist office and like beat him up.
What? Out of all the things that you could possibly say, that's what I would say. Some dude, wrestled an alligator, but you have to talk about going to. Oh my God. That's what we know. Where we know where your mind is.
That's the first thing I think of.
The first thing I would think of in this state is someone wrestling an alligator, but apparently you, when you think Florida, you think gynecologists, I guess. Okay.
The elderly.
So what should we talk?
The death. I also think death. Death, alligators, and like crazy weather. That's Florida.
Yeah, Shade. What were you saying?
I don't know. Should we go talk about internet communities or something? Or
I
know we tried to talk about that on the podcast that failed.
Mm-hmm. Brandon, you've been quite vocal about YouTube's algorithm in the past. You want to talk about that?
You want to bleep out my name? Here, you can cut that part out and then just ask me the question again.
Yeah, Flakes, I've in the past I've heard you talk about YouTube's algorithm and how it can be a bit unfair. You want to discuss that?
I could, but I don't think it. Me talking about it as someone who's kind of just starting out, I don't think it does it enough justice. I think when you hear these, I think most of my opinion I get from really famous YouTubers. So I watch a lot of like H3H3, and all these guys that really, they count on views, they count on subscribers and whatnot. And it's sad to see how the algorithm has come out in favor of those that YouTube wants, like creators that YouTube wants to put in the spotlight. Instead of actually because I mentioned this when I was on Shade's podcast or Shade's stream yesterday, and it was that what I was saying was that YouTube used to be about broadcasting yourself. That was its motto. And whatever was the most popular was what got on the front page.
Yes. And
it doesn't work like that anymore because everything is tilted in the favor of bigger, more well-known accounts, whether it's H3H3 or PewDiePie or whatever. Now, I'm not saying that they're bad accounts. I'm just saying that bigger accounts that have been around forever, like Smosh, and now, all the late night shows and all the Hollywood stuff, they have their own YouTube channels. So obviously they're going to get thrown to the forefront.
It's become a corporation.
Right. I
I
mean,
mean, it is a corporation, but
Yeah.
now it's all corporate.
It's very clear the trending tab is ads. Like it's because like iDubbbz made a content cop on Rice Gum, and that didn't make trending in the U.S.
and it was a great video. That content copy.
I don't follow with the YouTube blogging shit.
Well,
I mean,
neither do I, but apparently, I mean, he's this really arrogant, like, pretty, demoralized guy.
Mhm.
And I don't, I'm not trying to, I mean, I know my opinion doesn't really matter. I'm a small account, but I'm not really here for the gossip. I'm just talking based on what iDubbbz said. And I just thought it was a good video because it was funny. But I don't really need to weigh in on any of this stuff, to be completely honest, because it's, I'm not really involved in it. Listen, I'm on YouTube to do one thing, and that's to put out shit that I think I like and that I think you will like also. And that's pretty much it. I don't care about the subscribers. I don't really care about the views that much either. It's about, and I think that's how everyone just kind of has to have that sense of morality and that sense of idealism in going and putting stuff on YouTube now.
Well, I suppose I'm in the same boat as you. The reason I started a YouTube channel is because I remember. I mean, I've had the channel for a while, a few years, and it was mostly just a place where I would dump test for cinematography or audio.
Right.
I wasn't really building content that people would really want to watch, but I think what it was is that I was coming home from work. It was a really long day of work, and then I was really bored, and I saw a commercial for Ready Player One. Went to go see Ready Player One, and then when I got home, I'm like, you know what? I've been watching this YouTube. I know I've spent most of my life watching YouTube reviewers online, and I had been looking into the behind the scenes productions of the Nostalgia Critic and James Rolfe's Angry Video Game Nerd. And I'm like, they make it look so easy. And I've been studying video production for a while. Maybe I can get into this. And I felt that actually just making the video was a bit therapeutic for me, because I felt like that I was sort of letting out my frustrations through my words. And,
Sure.
And by doing something so productive as making a video, it allowed me to feel a bit better about myself, because I made something that was close to me, and the fact that it actually got some tracking from people, and it got some recognition through Reddit and stuff, made me feel a little bit better about myself, because it's like, hey, I might actually have talent for this, and I've kept going since then. I made that Akira video on the spot, because I was thinking to myself, all right, I'm gonna make what do I know? I know movies, and I know anime and manga, and I know Akira, so why don't I do something like that? And I'm a bit. I hope some of I hope some of you who are subscribed to me aren't too disappointed in the fact that you haven't gotten to part 2 of that video yet, because it won't be here for a while. I've got tons of ideas on my head, and it might be a while before a part 2 shows up. But yeah, but I suppose the problem with YouTube now is that it's less about building a community and more so getting revenue from sponsors who are just fighting for an ad spot, essentially.
Yeah, and there was a lot of controversy surrounding that, a couple months ago or whatever. But what I want to address, because this is your podcast, I want to address the fact that I don't think you can fathom the amount of success that you've actually had. And I think at least on behalf of us, because we're, coming from completely different places in terms of content creation, you're doing a great job. And I know that you said, you must have posted on Twitter or something, and you said, I hope that people understand that I got to where I am now. People who think I'm talented, I got to where I am now just because of blind luck. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree that, sure, maybe you got a little bit lucky with gaining, I don't know, a certain number of subscribers. I don't really know how many subscribers you've gained in the past couple of weeks or when you started off. but that's a lot,
Mhm.
you know, and I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. And I think that sometimes when you think that, because I mean, it is sort of a little bit of trouble to get a podcast like this going, especially, in your case, when a lot of things don't seem to be working out. But that, I think that you are actually putting out stuff that's worthy of how, what people on YouTube want to see now.
Mhm.
And you're really doing a great job with that, and it's because of what you're saying, it's because of what you're putting out there, purely actually your creativity, that you are garnering that many subscribers in the past couple of weeks and whatnot. And you should actually be proud of that. So I'm commending you. I'm behind you. Like, I support you 110%. So just know that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. But
Hey, so can I talk about my channel now and how my channel
sure,
took
go
off?
yeah.
Okay, so basically, I was on YouTube in the past, as I said in my live stream with Flakes. Like, I got 100 subscribers, like in 2009, but my channel got taken down for copyright.
Oh, that's not good.
Ouch.
But like, I learned about fair use and all that, and I saw like this reviewer called Rebel Taxi Pan Pizza, and he's definitely an inspiration on this channel. Anyway, my first video I did was a stop motion video. This is before I watched Rebel Taxi. This was just okay. Yeah, my channel, I started out posting pivot animations. Does anyone remember that?
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday.
I
Yeah.
remembered. Pivot. That was like the stick figure stuff, right?
Yeah, stick
Yeah.
figures on crack.
I remember watching a few of them that parody Dragon Ball Z and whatnot during middle school.
Yeah, but I deleted all those videos, and then I just posted, like, for fun, this stop motion clip, this stop motion short of Mickey running over Pikachu.
Very creative.
And it got shared by my family. It didn't really take off, but it was just fun to make.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's all about.
Having fun, because if you start taking it too seriously, it's not going to be fun anymore. And I think that's been my issue.
Yeah. Then my first hit was in memory of Scaramouche. I made it. It was just like a 1-minute video, 33 seconds. I made it because I was watching Samurai Jack, and I just decided to make a little shit post.
That was fucking great when that came back.
Samurai Jack was a Jeopardy clue a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't watched Jeopardy in a while, seeing as I don't have much cable. Maybe I should get one of those tuners at the Publix.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yep, I've been out of cable for a while now. I cut the cord. Too much money.
Oh yeah, but all the Samurai Jack episodes are like free on Adult Swim's website.
Oh wait, do you have to like sign in with your kids?
No, you don't. It's all completely free.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Yeah. So anyway, then I took a break for a while from YouTube, but I had like around 100 subscribers from that video. 130 subscribers. Then this summer, I noticed like gorillas on Reddit that like there's a new band member, Ace.
From the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, and I just noticed that. So, and no one was making videos about it, so I just made that video, and it took a while to take off, but now it has like 500,000 views, 513,000 views, and that video got me to 1,000 subscribers.
That's great.
Yeah.
And look where you are, man. I mean, if you keep going and just practice your craft more, I'm sure you can gain more.
Yeah.
Daniello, I think you need to take your own advice. I'm being serious. Like, you give really good advice,
but I never take it.
You're hard on yourself, and I think that the people that are watching this deserve to know, and I think they already do know that you're putting out great content. So stick to your craft.
I am. I will. my issue right now is that I've realized that I don't like editing. I hate it.
Well, it's
Yeah.
always tedious.
That
Yes.
is tedious.
And I think that I put up a few requests on some YouTube discords for a collaborative editor, and I've already gotten a few. So who knows? You might start getting videos quicker than usual
That's great.
on this channel. So
That's
All
nice.
the more better for you, my friend.
did you guys enjoy my 36th anniversary trailer for Blade Runner?
I
Haven't-
actually didn't see it yet, but I saw the link to it, and I'm going to watch it.
I mean, it's pretty short, but I realized that today is the same. It came out, and it's like, oh man, I completely forgot. I did remember. No, yesterday was the day it came out. And then I just decided I gotta make something real quick before the day's over, and I just made that. And then I realized that The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, also came out today. So which
Yeah,
I
because
made
then now you're going to get people complaining, like, oh, so you do Blade Runner, so you don't do The Thing, huh? I see. You're actually not a fan of classic movies. You're very biased.
Well, I haven't gotten that yet, but I'm sure somebody out there is going to think that.
Yeah.
You do fucking Blade Runner, but not The Thing?
Yeah, you get those people.
Yeah. It's just one or the other, you know? They came out during the same day. It's weird.
If you start getting haters, it means you're doing something right.
I know. And it's sad that it's come to that.
Yeah.
Why can't we have just positive attention nowadays, you know? Why does it always have to be haters?
Well, I think not making everything positive will not solve problems. Everyone deserves constructive criticism. Everybody deserves a little bit of hate, but because it's the challenge that makes you better.
Yes.
So I disagree with that. I think it's a challenge that makes you better. If you have haters, it means you're doing a good thing. And if you look at what they're saying, sometimes you use it to your advantage.
Yeah, that's what happened with my video. Like people are like, "Oh, his voice is annoying," and like I got a lot of comments saying that I sound like the Burger King foot lettuce guy. So I just did a video of me reading that whole copy pasta.
I saw that, and I'm telling you, you actually sound like him. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
Well, I remember in my Ready Player One review, I think I wrote in the comments that because I recorded that review very late at night. I had just came back from work and I was really tired. And then I remember in the comments I wrote, I sound like Elmer Fudd on loop. Sometimes my delivery can be a bit inconsistent, but I feel like I'm doing pretty well for what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I think the inconsistency of your delivery is, even though it's everything you do is related to filmmaking, or you have a nucleus that you revolve around, which is sort of a topic I talked about on Shade's stream.
Mm-hmm.
That inconsistency is what gives you your style. When you did the Chuck Williams video,
Oh god, that one.
yeah, the greatest video of all time.
Right, we're making another one.
Fantastic.
Devin's going to be involved.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to be playing.
Yes.
He's going to be playing Kishore Kumar. I can't wait for you guys to meet him.
Oh, great.
For those of you who don't know who Kishore Kumar is, you can probably Google it up.
Maybe you know what? I'd like to be involved in that somehow. I think I'd like to maybe operate the camera or something. Invite me out.
Oh, it's not going to be a like live action. It's going to be like a. I'm going to introduce Metropolis Radio, so you could probably send me an audio file or something.
Oh, okay, I understand. Damn, but yeah. We, you know what? We haven't met up in a while though. We got to get together, and I'm just saying that just as a friendly voice, we ought to do something.
We should meet up for SuperCon. I'd be fine with going to SuperCon.
Maybe I don't know though if I'll be able to go. I'd like to. Maybe it kind of just depends.
Maybe we can see a movie, or like just meet up somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be great. I can drive there.
Is Steven in town?
Yes, he is. But
Holy shit! Oh my god! I can't believe it. I was wondering. Wait, hold on.
what?
Give me a second.
Okay.
I got.
All right then.
Yeah, so
I'm sure he can get this out if he wants.
Sorry.
Oh,
I had to do some. There was a lot of background noise I had to take care of. But I
okay.
was wondering, maybe we can get. I want Steven to be on to have a discussion with Chuck Williams.
Oh, wait, that would be
Mhm.
that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. I don't know why, but I find Steven kind of funny, and I think he would mesh well with Charlie.
Maybe.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know how that
Yeah.
would go. I think Charlie's a bit too above Steven's humor level.
No,
Yeah,
no,
so-
no, no. I remember when they had banter with each other. They were often funny, and I talked about this during our test podcast. But I wanted to see if we could incorporate Steven's costume story.
Oh,
into, like,
yeah. No, we'll have to do something. We'll figure it out. But your fans, your very loyal fans that are watching this podcast, I don't think they have any idea who the hell we're talking about.
No, they don't. They
Yeah.
don't. We're confusing everybody.
Yeah.
They're just like vague names.
Yep.
But you'll all learn eventually, I think. So what were we talking about before we segue to Chuck?
I was talking about the YouTube, like my channel, but basically my channel success had everything to do with tags. Like you need to tag your video, like tag everything related to it, like the movie, the characters,
Right.
all that.
Then you need to share it on Reddit.
Yeah, or Discord. Discord's a better place because they won't like be mad at you for for like sharing your stuff.
Uh-huh. And you also have to be nice. That's another thing I realized. You actually have to make friends. And
Yeah,
and
like
don't-
I could easily share your videos on Reddit and it'd be fine. Like as long as you didn't make the thing and share it.
Mhm.
Like it's perfectly fine to put it on r/videos or r/movies.
What I usually do is that I sometimes use my brother's Reddit and just post things on there, and then post things on my Reddit at the same time. So it's like, hey, two people are sharing. That's one thing I do. And I've had a lot of ideas in my head. It's just that, but the problem is I don't think I have I have the ideas or I don't really have a plan to make those ideas into a reality. And I've just that's why I've been slacking on the channel lately. And I guess there's also my competence that's been affecting it as well.
Everybody hits that point once in a while.
But I guarantee you that we'll be getting Chuck Williams very soon. I just gotta edit that video. Riddler is gonna help me finish it, so that should be fun because he has a lot more space on the computer.
I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more Chuck Williams.
Oh god, the making of that video was a nightmare. I don't think neither of us had an idea of what we were actually doing. We just made it because we thought it'd be funny.
And it was.
Yes. What else is going on here? You guys seen any movies lately?
I saw Jurassic World and it sucked.
Maybe we can. Have you seen it, Shades?
No, I've seen The Incredibles 2 though. It was all right.
All right. Well, Brett, are you all right with spoilers for the new Jurassic World movie or something?
Yeah, I'm fine with spoilers.
All right. You want to talk about? I know about the plot already because I've looked it up through like spoilers myself because I didn't really have much interest in seeing. You want to talk about it, Flakes?
Yeah. So just real quick, we could you can cut this part out. But we could talk about it, and then I'm gonna head out.
Oh, okay.
So after we talk about it, you could end it.
All right.
All right. So just cut this part out.
Okay. So what was the movie like?
Well, I'll tell you. Jeff Goldblum only being in the movie for 5 minutes sucked.
That's what I've heard.
And the thing was, I thought he was going to have a lot more involvement, and he's pretty much the only reason why I went to go see that movie. But we had a big family outing to go see it, which is great. But I don't understand why they're throwing politics into all of these new movies.
What?
The entire there were like 2 sequences that Jeff Goldblum was in throughout the entire thing, and it was like the same scene, but it was him. Really, all we see of Jeff Goldblum is he's sitting testifying in front of Congress about what should happen to the dinosaurs. And these millennial kids that get involved with Chris Pratt's character and whatnot, they're introduced, holding signs in this office, making signs about animal rights, about protecting the dinosaurs, and they're watching Jeff Goldblum testifying to Congress on MSNBC.
Okay.
And I came to the movies to escape reality, not to watch film characters get sucked into it.
Oh yeah, the same can be said for like Marvel comics. Like they used to. I think they're stopping now, but the comics like had political messages that are really preachy.
But that's well with Marvel, that's been their shtick for years, though.
I know.
No, look, it's going to go away. It's going to go away. All the political discourse, all the shit that everyone can't stop talking about, eventually it's going to go away, and we'll live in a normal society again. But for now, people are really crazy. It doesn't matter what you believe. Doesn't matter what side you're on. But I can't understand why we have to throw politics into these movies. And there was there were a couple of like little, if you're into politics, 'cause I'm a poli-sci major, so I can get every like political reference and whatnot, and everything that they're talking about in terms of the Marvel, not Marvel, I mean the modern, world. There were some things that they said in there that was like, really, I just want to watch a dinosaur eat your ass. That's really all I came here to see. And one of my friends was like, after I saw it, he messages me. He goes like, but, I said Jurassic World sucked, and I put it on Snapchat. And he says to me, what about the Endoraptor? And I said, how about Endo the franchise?
Was the movie that bad?
I didn't really like it at all because it was so predictable. I said to one of my friends when I was watching it, well, it was actually my cousin, but I said to her, I bet you $1 million they're going to shoot the dinosaur right now. And they did. Right after I finished that sentence.
Is it true that in the film that they cloned a human?
Yeah, they cloned the little girl. The little girl was supposed to be this dude who worked with John Hammond. It was supposed to be his granddaughter. But it turned out like the mother died or whatever, and she was a clone of the mother.
And James Cromwell from Star Trek First Contact is in it, right?
Yes, he is. When he came on screen, I'm like, oh my god, it's Zefram Cochrane.
I still have to see that movie.
What, First Contact?
Yeah, I'm aware of it, and I'm aware that he's in it. And then I'm like, wow, now I have to, because I've been watching TNG for a while. And it's like I don't know when I'm supposed to go into this.
See, I'm also a huge Star Trek buff, and I've watched now every series. I finished Voyager, and I'm not watching Enterprise because I don't count Enterprise. Even though Scott Bakula's a good actor and whatnot, and I enjoyed him in Quantum Leap, I don't count Enterprise. So I've watched all of the original series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager. So I've seen every episode of Star Trek that matters. And I'll tell you, First Contact is the best Next Generation era film. Jonathan Frakes directed it. It's great. The 2 best Star Trek movies are Star Trek II, which is Wrath of Khan, and First Contact.
Oh,
it is a great, great, great movie.
I think my personal favorites are Wrath of Khan, number 4, The Voyage Home, and 3 would be The Undiscovered Country.
Really?
Yeah.
Because The Undiscovered Country, I think, was on yesterday or a couple of days ago. And it's just like, you could tell that these guys are getting old and they're getting tired of being in these movies.
Well, I thought it was a great send off to their characters, and it's like this is a
Eh,
fine.
but
It's
he
a
didn't,
fine.
William Shatner didn't end everything in the Undiscovered Country. He came back for generations,
No, which sort of weakens the impact of Undiscovered Country, but
which was not a good send off for Captain Kirk's character.
it
You know?
was. It's like he finally learned to he accepted the fact that he has prejudice, and he finally learns to get rid of that prejudice.
I don't know
for-
where the hell you got that from. He died twice. That's all I got out of it.
Are you talking about Undiscovered Country? Or
No, I'm talking
Generations?
about Generations when he actually
my mistake.
Kirk actually died.
My mistake. Okay.
Yeah. No, but I
Right,
understand. Like, I will never forgive the Klingons for the death of my boy.
Mhm.
I see what you mean there. But back to Jurassic World.
Mhm.
I don't know how we got from Jurassic World to Star Trek, but
James Cromwell.
right. But I mean, it was just so predictable that they added those kids in to be relatable. I wish they would have died.
All
I
the
wish
kids-
and the way it ended, like with the dinosaurs, like you have to live with them now because basically the whole point. I'm spoiling the whole movie.
Mhm.
The climax of the movie was that like all the dinosaurs were trapped and they were selling them on the black market,
Mhm.
and they were gonna push the button to let them all out. And Bryce Dallas Howard's character decided that she couldn't do it, and then at the end, like the little girl actually pushed the button, and she let the dinosaurs go. And then they're talking about all the politics and whatnot. And they're saying, "Well, we have to live alongside dinosaurs now," and they're going to make another one. Just seems like they're going to make another one. This is the 5th Jurassic Park. When does it end? That's
Well,
all I have to say about it. I'm just saying.
I feel like we're gonna get a cinematic universe eventually.
Oh right, yeah, of course. Are they doing that with the monsters? They're doing like a Godzilla.
That's over. God, yeah, that's still happening. But the Universal
Yeah.
monster movies are over.
No, I didn't mean the Universal monster movies. I meant they're doing a cinematic universe of like Godzilla and Mothra and all that stuff. They're
Yeah,
doing a
I remember going to see Kong Skull Island, which was all right, I suppose.
yeah.
And I remember just like scrunching up in my seat when the post credit scene started, and they were like teasing Mothra and all that, and I just
Gojira.
Gojira, Gojira. Oh goodness.
I can't stand the absence of originality
Hmm.
and the blatant political references. I just want to escape reality and watch some dinosaurs eat people's heads off.
Was
That's
there any
really
were there any political references in Infinity War that you saw? You would
Infinity
think
War.
overpopulation is a political issue.
I mean, it's like that meme. It's like, if you have 6 kids and 3 chairs, what do? Tony Stark builds 3 chairs, Thanos kills half the kids. Um, talking about the politics of movies is so unnecessary. We shouldn't have to do it.
No.
It doesn't really. It's just a movie. At the end of the day, it's just a movie.
Mhm.
If you want to go and see it, that's your money wasted.
Well,
So
I think this has been good. I think this has been a good discussion.
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, the whole thing about Jurassic World. The reason why I can complain about it was because I didn't pay to go see it.
Oh, you didn't?
Because it was like I said, it was a family thing. So it was me and my family, my immediate family, and a couple cousins.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with that's the problem with franchises. Like they can just crank out a movie. It doesn't have to be good, but it'll still sell a lot of tickets.
Listen, dude, if it's got space or capes in it, and I'm not talking about Jurassic World, but if it's got space or capes in it, it's going to be #1 at the box office.
Speaking of space, are you guys excited for that new movie by Damien Chazelle with Ryan Gosling, First Man?
I have not seen anything about that. To
Yeah,
be completely
same.
honest.
It's about the first moon landing.
Oh wait, yeah. Oh wait, yeah. I have.
I
have
might.
seen that
I
trailer.
don't know. I might see it, but I don't know.
I'm pretty excited for it because I like Damien Chazelle as a filmmaker, and and I'm sort of I have like a slight interest in the space program. So
All I want to know is when the next Inuridu film is coming out, and when the next. Am I pronouncing his last name right?
Inoratu, something like that.
Whatever. Okay, I'm waiting for his next movie. I'm waiting for whatever Nolan does next, and of course Tarantino's coming out with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood next year, and Al Pacino's going to be in it. Leonardo DiCaprio's coming back. I can't wait.
Martin Scorsese has a new movie this year, I think.
Yeah, I think so. There's a movie coming out with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro too.
There is?
Yeah.
That's the new movie with Martin Scorsese, Irishman.
Oh, okay. So that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. But yeah, overall, I don't know. I think that does it.
Yeah, I think that we're done.
Yeah.
It was a slog at the beginning, but I think we really picked up.
Yeah.
I think I'm just really tired, but
great discussion though, always.
So Shades, you guys want to? How are we gonna end this? Maybe I should end it. Well, folks, I'm Daniel of Metropolis Pictures, and
I'm Flakemaster9, and Shade is still quiet.
I'm just multitasking, looking at planning the podcast I'm gonna do later.
ShadeX, everybody.
ShadeX, everyone. Always working. He's a hard worker, but we love him for it.
Yep. So people who are watching it because of me, which I doubt is very many of you, American Tyranny comes out on July 2nd, which is next Monday. And after that, you'll get Citadel 6, which is my first Star Wars brick film since I'm like 9 years old. So, and it's got some really good effects. So please enjoy when they come out. Please check out my channel. You won't be disappointed.
And don't worry, Akira Purchase is coming very soon. And more videos are on the way.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting when the Akira movie comes out, if it gets made, like the Taika Waititi film.
Oh yeah. I honestly, it's like I just hope that the movie's fun. With him involved, it's like, well, at least the movie's gonna be fun. And from what I've learned, he respects the source material. All right, Shade, you can end it now.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Hey there, folks. It's me, Daniel of Metropolis Pictures, and I just wanted to tell you before you left that the editor for this podcast is a friend of mine. He goes by the name of Irrelevant Idea, and you'll find his Twitter and